Hello and welcome to Friday's second edition of Cracking the Cryptic. Second edition because I had an absolute whale of a time earlier on today tackling a crossword puzzle by an old friend of mine, John Guyver. And what a puzzle that is. If you have any love of cryptic crosswords at all, you must check out John's puzzle in the Times today. It is just sensationally good. A pure delight to solve, and I'm hoping that this video will incorporate more delights. It's a puzzle by Sumanta Mukerjee, sometimes goes under the constructing pseudonym Anu, and it's called Red, Yellow, Green, which is making me think I've gone a bit colourblind actually. But this has come in. It's come in very recently, with the promise that it might blow my mind. Well, it might do, and I'm looking forward to trying it. I find Sumanta's puzzles absolutely fascinating as a rule. Here's somebody, actually the world of variant Sudoku seems to attract these people whose mind just works in a very unusual and very innovative way. And it's a very beautiful puzzle, this. It seems to pack a lot in to 6 columns of the grid. Anyway, we'll have a go at this in a moment or two's time and see how we get on. I have no clue at all how difficult it is. I did find it on Logic Masters Germany, but it seemed to have only been solved twice, so I couldn't see a rating, and we'll just see how we get on in a couple of minutes. Now, what else can I tell you about? I've told you about the crossword. We have decided in a brave new move that we are going to stream a very new computer game, and it's called Blueprints. Obviously a bit of a homophone there. Let me show you. It came out yesterday, and it's an adventure puzzle game, and apparently it is absolutely brilliant. We've had 2 or 3 recommendations to try it already. And I had a quick look on Steam at the sort of video introduction. It does look brilliant, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get motion sick from it. So 10 o'clock UK time on Monday evening. We'd love to have your company if you're free. Other news, over on Patreon, we've got our brand new competition running, April Foolery. And as of yesterday, where were we? About 350 folk had managed to make their way through the entire thing. Let's see if that's crept up at all. Yes, it has. 385. Way over 1,000 solves for the first 3 puzzles. Terrific work. Everyone wants to win. Emily Williams, homemade cushion case, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. So if you haven't had a go, have a go. You will enjoy it. It is fantastic stuff. And actually, I've just remembered there is also a brand new crossword video over on Patreon. Mark released his solved today of the Times Club Monthly Special, which is a brutally hard cryptic. So if you want to watch Mark do battle with that, and it's a video I watch every month, I recommend it to you. And I've got birthdays to do today. I've got 3 birthdays, but 2, one of those birthdays was sent in by 2 different people, which I always love it when that happens. It's like a campaign to get a birthday announcement. Anyway, Rose Strong, it's your birthday today. I know this because your boyfriend Gary wrote to us and said you might appreciate a shout out. Rose has been with us since 2020, so almost from the beginning. So Rose, thank you for watching for such a long time. Many happy returns. I hope you get some splendid chocolate cake, heavily iced, obviously. Next, Andy. Andy, you've turned a secret age today, in a secret year. 45, of course, is the secret of Sudoku, something I share with only my very favourite people. And this year, 2025, is the secret squared. There are t-shirts that you can get which will proclaim that. But Andy, your son Fraser wrote in, as did your wife Suzanne. And I did check, it's definitely the same Andy. And so you had 2 well-wishers, and your wife said that she's seen a good recipe for toffee and popcorn cake, which apparently might be good. It might be what you're having, but it won't be a patch on the 2016 Iron Brew cake. Iron Brew cake? You can't make a cake with Iron Brew flavour. Surely you can't. I mean, I'd like to see it and to try it, just to check. But anyway, it sounds like Andy, Suzanne is something of a chefess in the kitchen, doing extraordinary concoctions. And Andy, I hope it's a good birthday cake. I know you're a very good solver as well. So thank you for watching, and many happy returns. And then last birthday, we'll go over to Virginia in the USA to wish Michelle a very happy 25th birthday. Michelle, your husband Devon wrote in. And I think the two of you used to watch every evening over dinner, or maybe solve every evening over dinner, until last September when your daughter was born. Well, daughters can get in the way, but in the best possible way. And Michelle, I hope you have a great birthday today. Many, many happy returns. And that's all the news. Now, let's have a look at Sumanta's puzzle. And I've got some given digits. I mustn't ignore them. And let me read you the rules. So what have we got going on? We've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Then we've got thermometers. So digits along a thermometer must increase from the bulb end. So if this square here is a 3, this would have to be more than 3. So it doesn't have to be 4. You can miss out digits. So you could do 5 here, 8 here. That would be a totally legitimate way of creating a Sudoku thermometer. You can think of it like mercury. As the temperature rises, mercury rises. And as in Sudoku thermometers, digits rise. Now, what else? Along the green lines, neighbouring digits must differ by at least 5. Digits may repeat along these lines. So if that cell is a no, I was going to make it a 2. Why would I make it a 2? It's because I can't even see that there's a 2 next to it. I'm so not used to black digits. It's absolutely inept. Let's make it an 8 instead. If this was an 8, these 2 digits would have to be at least 5 different from 8. So that this one could be 1 or 3. This one could be 1, 2 or 3, I think, if my Sudoku has not let me down. Each purple line contains a set of consecutive digits in any order. So 3, 5, 4 is a valid arrangement. Yeah, we could put that there. 3, 5, 4. You can see 3, 4 and 5 are consecutive and they're arranged on the line in some order. That's fine. And the blue line is just for decoration. So this line is to preserve the sort of symmetry of the pattern. It doesn't do anything other than that. It's purely cosmetic. And what's wrong with that? Nothing at all. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now, I get to play. Let's get cracking. I am so tempted, by the way. I mean, I'm going to say this, and if it turns out to be true, good for me. If it doesn't, well, bad for me. But anyway, I'm very tempted to think this is a set-based puzzle, because I know that the last couple of puzzles I've done by Sumanta have involved tricky set relationships, and I have seen puzzles before with super short thermometers, where what you try and do is you get the tips of the thermometers into a different set to the bulbs. Yeah, so something like this. If we say those cells are blue, I'm not going to have the right number of sets here, but it's something like this is what I'm wondering about. What about that? So what I'm thinking, ab initio, is that the 2 blue columns I've highlighted, I know exactly what goes in those columns collectively, because each column, because of the rules of Sudoku, contains the digits 1 to 9 once each. So I know those 2 blue columns are 2 sets of the digits 1 to 9. Now I've also highlighted 4 rows in orange, so each complete row of a Sudoku contains the digits 1 to 9. So I know that those 4 orange rows contain 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9, and the blue columns contain 2 sets of the digits 1 to 9. So the difference between blue and orange is 2 sets of the digits 1 to 9. Actually, I'm just going to equalise the sets. I don't really like the look of that, but I am going to do it just because it makes it easier. So now the sets are equal. The digits in blue are the same as the digits in orange. Now what we could do now is we could take out cells that have both blue and orange in them, because if we know that the sets contain the same things, and we do, each of blue and orange contains 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9, and I remove the same cell from both blue and orange, I don't now know what's left in blue and orange exactly, because I don't know what's going to be in this cell in the final grid. But I do know that blue and orange must still be equal, because they were the same before I removed the same thing from both of them. And we can do that for all the cells that have this sort of 2-colour pattern in them. So what I was wondering if I could riff on here was the fact that obviously all of these blues are demonstrably less than the digits in the tips. Oh, no, I don't like this. There's too many degrees of freedom. There isn't enough overlap between... I've got all of these cells. It could be anything. Oh, I don't like this at all. I'm so sorry. Okay, alright. My first thought might have been complete and utter nonsense. I just thought that this looked like it was going to be amenable to set. And it still might be, but I don't think it's the set. It wasn't the set we first thought of. Alright, let's actually... We got on the how long has that digression lasted? Too long. Let's actually just try and do something. What could we actually say here? Is it going to be, for example, the fact you can never put 5 on a green line? And the reason you can't put 5 on a green line is that the digit that's if that's a 5, then digit next to 5 has to be at least 5 different. And if we go up, we get to 10 and higher. That's not Sudoku numbers. And if we go down, we get to 0 and lower, and they're not Sudoku numbers. So 5 is never going on a green line, and that means 5 is restricted in row 5. It is a bit restricted in row 5. It could be on the blue line, the cosmetic line, or it could be there. That's nonsense. Oh! No, I thought I'd spotted something else. I was going to say 1 in box 1. Obviously, there's a very fatuous point about thermometers, which is that the digit 1 can only ever go in the bulb of a thermo, because if I put it in the tip, or anywhere along the stem of the thermo, the bulb will be a 0 or lower, and that's not going to work. So 1 is in one of those 3 cells, but it's very likely to be in the bulb. It would be sort of It would be interesting actually if it's on the little Rembani thing here, because it would be a 1-2 pair, and that would tell us by sort of whispery logic that this digit would be high. So just to explore the whispery logic a bit more, having concluded 5 is never on a whisper, we can think of each digit along a green line as either having the quality of being below 5 or above 5. And the key thing to realise is that the line will oscillate. So imagine this is below 5. Could this also be below 5? Well, obviously not, because these can't now be 5 apart. So this would have to be above 5, and again, now this can't be high as well, because you can't make those 5 apart, so it's going to go back down again. So if we can establish... Ooh. Well, it's certainly not possible that both of those cells are high. Just using that oscillating along green lines idea. If these were both high, those 3 would all be low, but they couldn't be, because there are only 4 low digits, and there would be 5 needed cells in row 5, because the 1 and the 2 are given and couldn't go on the tips. So it isn't possible that both of these squares are low. Sorry, it's not possible both of those are high. It's actually also not possible that both of those are low. Because if both of those were low, they would be a 3-4 pair, and we can't put 4 in either of those positions. And that's because 4, we're exploring all of the secrets of German whispers here, 4 has only one natural partner. It's monogamous along green lines because it can only partner up with 9. That's the only Sudoku digit that's 5 away. So if we put 4 there, that would be double 9. Sorry, I just stopped talking. I'm not having any good ideas at the moment. It must be something about these columns. It just must. I can't see it at all. It can't be the Givens. It can't be. I could believe it was the Givens interacting with these greens somehow. I could believe that. But this 7 and this 9, they are really doing... Oh! Hang on. Is that 7 doing something here? What are the hard digits to put in column 3? 9. 9 can never... 9 and 8. You can't put 9 in the bulbs, obviously, because the tips would then be 10 or 11. You can't put 8 in the bulbs because if you put 8 here, for example, you could put 9 in one tip but not the other. So 9 and 8 in this column are not bulbable. So 9 and 8 are in some congregation of those cells, and we know that if that's 9 or 8, we've got a real 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple in row 5. And if that's 9 or 8, that's going to be low. I don't know, actually. I don't actually think that is. I thought it was a sensible thought. So where is there a restriction? 1s in the top row are restricted. Ah, yeah, okay. Right. 1s in the top... 1s are restricted, actually. Oh, golly gosh. This is a very weird pattern. So what I just noticed there, I was trying to find any sort of restriction. Now, if you look at 1 in the top row, it obviously can't go in the tip of a thermo. So 1, I think, only has 3 possible positions, which are those. But we can actually repeat that trick in all of the rows that are affected by the double thermo tips. So 1 in this row, which can't be here, look, is in one of those. 1 in this row is in one of these. And 1 in this row is in one of these. So that is a weird pattern. That's called a jellyfish pattern, which I haven't seen. I haven't seen one of these in a video for a very long time. But that's very important, isn't it? Yes, Yeah, this is great. Okay, so let me explain. Let me try and explain why I find that pattern interesting. The crucial thing, if you can discover patterns like this in Sudoku, is to understand that although that you've discovered the pattern in the rows, the upshot of that, the restriction that's interesting as a result of that, actually exists in the columns. And the way to understand that is to ask a facetious question. And the facetious question I want to ask is, how many ones are you anticipating we find in column 3 of the grid? Let's say we completed the puzzle perfectly. How many ones are there going to be in column 3? Hopefully you're saying 1, 1. You're right. There's going to be 1, 1 in column 3. There's going to be 1, 1 in column 5. There's going to be 1, 1 in column 7. And there's going to be 1, 1 in column 9. So how many ones are there in those 4 columns? And the answer is 4. Great. How many ones are there in the orange cells I've highlighted? The answer is 4, because we know that the 1 in row 1 is in one of these, the 1 in row 3 is in one of these, the 1 in row 6 is in one of these, and the 1 in row 8 is in one of these. So I know that these 15 cells that I've highlighted contain 4 ones, and they are the only 4 ones that can possibly exist in the columns that they are party to. So, it's a terrible choice of colour. So all of those blue cells could not possibly contain a 1. Because if any of those blue cells contain a 1, the implication would be that there would be 5 ones in 4 columns of the grid, and that will break Sudoku. So although the restriction, or the thing we discovered, was in the rows, the interesting result of that is in the columns, because look, it gets rid of a 1 from there. So there is now a 1-2 pair here in box 1, which means that this digit is a high digit. Wow! Can't type. 6, 7, 8 or 9. Now, sorry, I'm looking at that, trying to work out what it does. Oh dear, wasp alert, go away. Sorry. It's a very nice day. I have my window open. You can probably hear the trampoline war going on outside. But, okay, it's now against the window. The other day, by the way, just outside my window, a spider caught a hornet and was involved in about a 2-hour battle with it to try and wrap it in its web, and it did achieve it. It's a tiny, well, not a tiny spider, but like a spider about a centimetre or 2 across, and it actually got the hornet, which I was pleased about. I don't like hornets. Anyway, sorry, I'm now watching this. Hopefully the spider will come out again in a minute and catch that. Anyway, let's right, what was I finding? I was finding that 1 is not in, well, that's okay. So that's pushed up. Oh, this is beautiful. Right. Okay. So what we've just discovered is that 1, look at the bulbs of the thermos. 1 doesn't live in any of the bulbs. Oh, I think that the wasp thing has been. There is the most dreadful noise, like it's got caught in a web. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, we just discovered 1 isn't in the bulbs of these thermos. Well, that's really interesting, because now I can apply the same restriction I just applied. So what we did in row 1 is I said, where's 1? And I knew it wasn't in any of the tips. Well, I can do that now with 2s. Because 2 in row 1, where is it? And the answer, it's in a sort of weird subset of cells that's very similar to the 1s, because the 2 can't go here. And it can't now go in a tip of a thermo, because if it did, you'd have to put 1 in the bulb of the thermo, and there are no 1s in the bulbs. So the 2s are going to be, well, they're going to be in the same positions, but shifted to the left rather than the right. They're going to be in those positions. Sorry, by the way, if you can hear this dreadful noise in the background. I don't know how to do the colouring here. Yeah, so the 2s in the same rows we were looking at before are in the black squares. And that's going to mean that you can't put 2 in a bulb. We're going to get this. Oh no, we're not going to get the same thing on 3s. Oh, but it's nearly. We nearly got total beauty there. Goodness me, I don't know if you can hear that. It's really loud to my ear. It's like worse than Maverick because it feels nearer and more urgent. Anyway, gosh, I'm quite excited about this. So we've got, right. Yes, so okay. Am I going to get rid of blue? I'm going to get rid of blue just for a moment, because what I want to note is that the orange is the 1 jellyfish. The black is now a 2 jellyfish. So we've got the same pattern in the sense that the 2s in rows 1, 3, 6 and 8 are limited to the black squares. There are 4 2s in those black squares, so we can't have any 2s in these squares. Whoopsie. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to just highlight these in blue for a moment and have a think about that. So, is that actually going to do anything? I mean, I can see that it's getting rid of 2 from all the bulbs, but I can't. At least I don't think I can pull the same trick with 3s. I'm pausing there because I really want to, but I don't think I can. But because there are basically 5 positions for 3s, aren't there? So if we look at row 1, for example, and ask where 3 can be. Am I wrong here? Am I wrong? I'm going to get rid of my blue again because it's confusing me. So, in the columns that contain this digit here, that can't be a 2, so that's at least a 3. So in row 1, the 3 can go in, it can't go here, because this can't be 1 or 2 is what we've just deduced. Not because of this, although that does apply here, but because of the jellyfish patterns that we've worked out. Oh, the noise has stopped. Maybe it's got free. Okay, that's good. That's good. Because it was a very irritating noise. So, okay, let me just mull this over for a minute. This must be what's going on in the puzzle, mustn't it? It's too interesting and beautiful for it not to be relevant. So the bulbs. So this digit is 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. Oh, this is what the 7's doing. This is what the 7's doing. Ah, this is sick. This is super clever. This is really clever. Right. Okay. Look at column 3. Now, what I want to do is focus exclusively on the bulbs. Because one thing we thought about earlier is whether we could put 8 or 9 in a bulb. Obviously, we can't put 9, and we worked out 8 wouldn't work either because we get 2 9s in the tips. So, these bulbs here are not 1s and 2s because of our jellyfish. They're not 7 because of this beautiful 7 at the top of the grid. They are, therefore, whoopsie, they are 3, 4, 5 and 6. That's all they can be. They are a quadruple in the column. Now, that is surely crucial. So the rest of this column is made up of 1s, 2s, 8s, 9s. That digit is an 8 or a 9 because it sees a 1 and a 2. This is so clever. Right, so these are low. This is not a 1. Oh. Wait no. Am I wrong about that? Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Surely I've got a jellyfish on 3s now, haven't I? I'm not even sure that's true. Okay, I'm going to have a new colour, blue, for where 3 can go. I feel like, right, in row 1, there. It cannot go in the tips of the thermo, because that's going to make the thermo bulb 1 or 2, which is not correct. So, one of those 4 is where it is. In this row, that's the same point. It's the same point. And this, yes, this is going to, yes. This is going to work. And the reason it's going to work is, look, because previously, this digit could have been a 3 and broken my ability to create a jellyfish, because I would have had 5 possible columns in row 6. But this quadruple here, it was nagging at me as I put it in, and I can now see the light has shone upon my brain. Look, these are the positions. So the removal of those 3 positions in this column creates an extra jellyfish. So we've had a jellyfish on 1, a jellyfish of 2. Now there's a jellyfish on 3s, and now goodness only knows what's going on with the bulbs in column 7, because they now, using jellyfish logic, cannot be 1s, 2s or 3s. So they are 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember, we can't put 8s and 9s in these bulbs. And now this digit is an 8 or a 9 by Sudoku. Because remember, it can't be 1, 2 or 3 from our jellyfish. And it can't be 4, 5, 6 or 7 from our bulbs. So there's now an 8, 9 pair here. Right, so this is low, this is low. Now I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple in row 4. This is absolute genius. Not of me, obviously. It's genius setting. It's ridiculous setting. That's not 2. That's not 1. 2, 3, 4. Both of these have just got pushed up. So these These tippy things here are all massive. They are 6, 7, 8, 9. They have to be, because each bulb is now at least 5. So each tip is bigger, and that's a 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple. So those digits are all fairly, well, they're lowish. They're not 6, 7s, 8s and 9s. This is crazy. This is a crazy puzzle. Now, I can't do the same thing with 4. Look at the naughty 4 possibility. Look at row 1. Because this bulb could be 3, that could be 4, or that could be 4, for example. So we can't do this restriction anymore. It nearly works. Because obviously these can't be 4 anymore. But I don't think it does work. I think there's just... Oh no, that can't be 4. Oh, so 4 is removed from all 3 of those. So 4... It's not a million miles away from being something, is it? I'm just going to have a look across this grid and plot the places that 4s can go, in case I'm missing a trick. I don't think I am. No, I really don't think I am. It's getting worse as we go lower. It's really terrible in row 7. Terrible. There. Not here. There. Alright, let's just have a quick look at those. Make those red. Now I'm not interested in that one. This is just that's too much. I'm not interested in this one. That's too much. Am I interested in that one? Don't know. Not sure. Sorry, I can't see it. There may be something there, but I can't see what it is. Right, so we're going to have to find out. We're going to have to do something different. What is that? I hear you, chorus. Right. We're going to do... After all the nonsense, I'm going to do something really simple, but I'm very delighted about it. This digit is not a 2. It's not a 2. Oh, goodness, it's got back again. If this is a 2, what high digits do we put into those squares that are 5 away from 2? You can't use 6, because 6 and 2 are 4 apart. They're not 5 apart. So these would have to be from 7, 8, 9, and they couldn't both be 7. So that is not 2. This is an 8, 9 pair now, which might not do anything, but might do something. These are both... Oh, no, this is good. Right. On the whisper, those are both low, so they are a 3, 4 pair now. Right, so the rest of this row is 5, 6s and 7s, and 5 can't go on here, so this is low. This is a digit. This is a digit, I think. Because, I'm just going to double check this, but in this row, we've got 5, 6 and 7 to place. This can't be 5 because it's on a whisper, so it's 6 or 7. The only digits that are 5 away are 1 or 2, so that's a 1. But that has no relationship to this digit because this is a cosmetic thing, isn't it? Oh, that's not doing anything. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, sorry. I was hopeful about that, but no. But I think there's more. There was more going on here. And yeah, this being a 1 or a 2 is big, because then that's got to be 6 or 7, or 8 or 9. It's got to be high, and this digit has to be 1, 2, or 3 to be consecutive with this. So there must be a 2 in this sequence here, because there must be an even digit in a consecutive 2-cell segment. I mean, that rules. This couldn't be a 2, for example. Which was my colour for 2s? It was black, wasn't it? So that can't be a black digit anymore. If it's a 2, you can't put 2 on that segment. There may be other things we can do like that. Yeah, 1 was my orange thing, wasn't it? And that's now been placed effectively here. So none of those are orange anymore. One of these is orange. No, okay, sorry. I think I'm getting zugzwanged again, am I? Be a good name for a song. Zugzwanged again. Right, what do we do then? It was going well for a oh, nearly. Where's 9 in box 6 was nearly a good question, but then it wasn't. Oh, I've got this quadruple here. So, okay, one of those has to be a 5, because if these were both at least 6, these couldn't exist. They'd all be from 7, 8, 9. One of them needs to be a 6, so one of the bulbs needs to be a 5. So the rest of this row is made up of digits that are very high, 6, 7s, 8s, 9s. That's not 9. Okay, that was not very clever, was it? I've got a horrible feeling that it... No, I really don't want to do it, though. I really don't want to do that. I was thinking, do I have to pencil mark the tips of all these thermos to try and understand, you know, like... I'd really like to know more about these and these. They feel like it feels like I should be able to learn more about those, doesn't it? Yeah, what about that digit? This digit's under pressure. That digit sees a 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple in its row and a 4, 5, 6, 7 quadruple in its column and a 1. So it's 2 or 3. Now this is a 3-cell Renban, isn't it? So we could get as high as 5, but no, it could be, if this was 3, it could be 3, 4, 5. But we can't get higher than 5, so these are quite low digits. Oh, so nearly good. Oh, bobbins. That was nearly intelligent, and then it wasn't. We've got loads of high digits everywhere. These are 5s at least. Everything on these tips is at least 5. Oh, right, column 6. Right, I'm just going to highlight that for a moment. Those red cells, because of the bulbs of the thermos they're on, are at least 5s. At least 5s. And this, okay, it's good in column 8 as well. Yeah. So look at column 6 though first. High, 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 high. High, 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 high. So this digit can't be 5 actually, because this we've got to fit the digits 1, 2, 3, and 4 in, and now that's useful, because that's low on a whisper. So this is high on a whisper, not 5, not 9 actually, because of this. So it's 6, 7, or 8. So this can't be 4. And that's got to be 1, 2, 3. But I think we've got the same thing going on in this column. The red digits are all at least 5. That one are also at least 5. So that's a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. thingy going on, and 1, 2, 3 and 4 have to be in the gaps, which is that gap, that gap, that gap and that gap. Now, that's not a 1, it sees this, so that's 3 or 4. Yes, look at box 6. This is a high, remember. All of the red digit, I mean, maybe I should put it in. Yeah, I probably have to put it in. Oh, I don't want to, it's too complicated. All of the red digits are at least 5. So in this box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits are at least 5. So this has to be a 3 or a 4. And that's a blue digit. What was the blue digit? The blue digit was my swordfish on 3s. Okay. Right. This is really complicated. Let's try. I don't know where to look actually. Where's... Sorry, that buzzing noise is still going on. It's going on aplenty. Can anybody see anything? And if you can you communicate it through the medium of time travel to me, please? Thing is, it's very difficult for me to see clearly the effect of all of these jellyfishes. I can see... No, I can't. 1, 3. Yeah, I'm almost wondering whether the way to do the puzzle is to shade highs versus lows. Because I've got so many high digits now. Like in this box, red is, remember red is at least 5. So I've got those 4. But that one doesn't have to be high. It could be 4, just. Low digits. Yeah. Low digits. What's... Oh no, that can be low. That can very much be low. Oh, sorry. I'm being dumb now, aren't I? I know I am. I mean, I'm just thinking about this from a constructing point of view. Sumanta has somehow created a puzzle with 3 jellyfishes in it, and there isn't going... Oh, 1, 2, 3 triple here. Right, that's at least a 4. So these have gone up. I'm going to fully... Oh, actually, no, hang on. I am going to. But one thing I hadn't noticed about this square is it sees an 8, 9. That sees an 8, 9. So, okay, that's a 5, 6, 7 triple. That's an 8, 9 pair. So this is a low digit, a 2, 2, 3 or 4. But that's not unexpected because it's in one of the jellyfish positions. Okay, this is at least 5. This is at least 5. Okay, so in this box, we've got 5 high digits. So that's low, it's not 1. I do wonder if this is something I should have thought about more carefully. Sorry. What about... I don't know. I just don't know. I think it's... Stupid puzzle. What is it? No, I don't know. I'm desperately trying to see something. I've almost got loads of high digits into box 2. Do we know where? Let me think about that. Can I do anything clever with that? Not quite, I fear. I know that's at least... This is a big old digit. And I've got... Okay, I've got full swordfish affecting that square, haven't I? Oh, yes. Okay, that's good. That is a good point. Right, let's look at box 2. Okay, so one thing I hadn't really thought of, because I've been focusing on the swordfish's effect on things that I thought mattered, I haven't thought about that square. Now that square sees all 3 swordfishes. The 1s, the 2s and the 3 swordfish. So that digit is not 1, 2 or 3. So where am I putting 1, 2 and 3 in this box? I can't put it here because of the swordfish. I can't put it here because of it's on a thermo. Can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. So those 3 digits have to be the digits 1, 2 and 3. Sorry, I'm pausing because I'm expecting that to do something. You're kidding me. Okay. Sorry, I don't know what that does then. Which is very upsetting indeed. That's 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. I know that seems a weird thing to pencil mark, but I think this puzzle is to do with keeping track of like the lows versus the highs. I've got this 1, 2, 3 triple going on in row 7, which I haven't really used. But that's really, I mean, that's affecting that only in the way that the jellyfishes were. And that can very much be low. Oh, I don't know, sorry. Okay, so, alright, let's try something else then. Let's try... I couldn't do... There wasn't the same restriction arising from 4s, was there? I didn't think there was, because these 2 could be... No, those 2 could be 4s. Yeah, I mean, I think if I was more prepared to pencil mark to death, I would probably get further at this point. Those 2 digits are at least 4. Ah, again, it's almost doing something. Oh. Ooh. Now, is what I'm about to say true or not? No, it's not. Oh, it was nearly true. It was nearly true, and then it wasn't. It was nearly true. I was looking at 4s in... Well, 4s are really restricted here. 4s are really restricted here. 4s are really restricted here. And I thought, I was about to say 4s are really restricted in column 7 as well, but I don't think they quite are. I don't think it's as good. 4 in column 3, we know is in a bulb. Let's use a new colour, yellow. Can we see that? Yeah, that's okay. Now 4 in this column, where's it going? The answer is I don't really know, but I know it's in one of those two cells, because it can't be in one of my red cells, which were marking digits that were 5 or higher. Where's 4 in this column? There, there, or there? Definitely not here. So you can see, if you look carefully, we have got correspondence at the moment. And then you look at this column. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So it all looks like we have got another jellyfish, but we haven't. At least I don't think we have. Because why couldn't that be a 4? Is the question on everybody's lips. And the answer to that is, unfortunately, there might be a reason. If I could get rid of 4 from there, you could see we would have a yellow jellyfish. But I can get rid of 4 from there. I can get rid of 4 from there. Because where are 2 and 3 in column 7? I have not put them in. Well, I've put that one. That's 2 or 3 by Sudoku. And now I'm going to go back to my yellows. Look at my yellows. So what I'm saying, so this is not the same logic that we were doing in the rows. This is column logic now. Yeah, this is good. It's going to give... I've seen 1 digit. I've seen 2 digits it's giving me. Right. Look at column 3. And what I'm saying is the 4 is in one of those. Same with this, same with this, same with this. So I know that the yellow cells contain in total 4 4s. So we can look at this row, this row, this row, and this row. And we can say for certain there are no 4s other than in the yellow cells. So let's quickly look. This is big, isn't it? It's much bigger than I realised, actually. I can get rid of... Oh, it doesn't help me there. I thought it was going to, but it doesn't. It doesn't help me there. It gets rid of 4 from there. But I have seen one thing it does do, and that is in this box. That is not a 4. So that's the only place for 4, because my red cells are at least 5. And that means that's a 3. So that is not a 3. Now this is a 4 by Sudoku. So this must be 4, 2, 3, mustn't it? That must be 3. That must be 2, according to all the logic that we've done. This is actually doing things. It really is. That's got to be a 1, 2 pair now. So this isn't 2, because these are consecutive. This would be just terrific if this does more. Okay, so that's not 4 anymore. That's okay. This is surely doing something. This is a 1, 2 pair. That loses its yellowification. So the 4 in this row now ought to be in the swordfish cell, which is here. And that's on a whisper, must accompany a 9. Oh, this is huge. Now, this is an 8 by Sudoku. So that's 8, that's 9, that's 3, that's 4. This isn't 3. This is a 2. This is a 1. This is a 3, according to my... This is a 4. This is a 2. This is a 1, 3 pair up here now. Please. Please let this have broken the back of it. Yeah, 2. I can do that. 1, 2, 3. Haven't been thinking through, which I should have been. 3 on a whisper. That must be next to 8. Somehow that doesn't do anything. How is that possible? That's a 2. That's a 3. That's a 1. This is a 1 in the corner. Okay. All of these swordfishes I've lost track of entirely. I'm really very sorry. But I can write 1 in here. Let's see if we can just tidy them up. Yeah, I can get the 2. I can get the 2 in that one. 3s. 3 is in one of those squares. It can't be there, can it? So 3 goes here. Please let that be able to be 3. Yeah, I think it can be. I don't think there's a problem. I think we're okay. Okay, that's great. Now, we've got a 4-5 pair in these squares. Oh, but... Oh, no, I can't use... I was going to try... Oh, no, I can use Sudoku. All right, I'm going to use Sudoku. That's got to be a 5. That's going to... I was going to try and use my thingy with my yellow thingies, but I didn't need to. Right. Okay, so that's not 5 anymore. So these now are... Oh, this is good. The 7 sees this square, so this has got to be an 8-9 pair, doesn't it? I don't see how it cannot be. Whatever this is, 6 or 7, these have both lost the ability to be 7s. So this is an 8-9 pair. And in the row, we've not put in 5 and 6, which must be in those squares, and somehow that's not resolved. This is now an 8 or a 9. Look, 5 is placed, apparently, in box. Yeah, this is good. 6-7 pair here now. This is a 5 on the cosmetic line, so we don't get any joy from that. But these are a 4-5 pair by Sudoku. So these are a 6-7 pair by Sudoku. Oh, come on. 5 is in one of those, so 4 is in one of those, but we knew that from our swordfish. Okay. 4 is in one of these. Well, let's double click my 4s. Can I do better with those? Yeah, where's 4 in this column? I mean, we know it can't be here because of our swordfish. We know it can't be here, so it has to be there. Weirdly, that doesn't do anything at all. I don't believe it. All right, and that is why I fail. This is 6, 7, 8, or 9. It's not 9. Oh, look, there's a 9 looking at these. That should be good. So that's a 5-8 pair. So this is a 9. Feels like that should be doing something. Where's 8 in this row? Apparently it has to be there. So this should be 6 or 7, which means this isn't 6 or 7. This isn't 6 or 7. Ah. Oh, I tell you what I haven't done. I haven't been religiously checking these whispers to make sure that... Oh, but a quick scan of them actually doesn't look like it's going to help me. Oh dear. Okay, this isn't 5. That's a 6-7 pair, so this is 5. So these are a 4-6 pair, so that's not a 6. It's got very Sudoku-y all of a sudden. How terrifying. That's an 8-9 pair in that box. So these are a 6-7 pair. So that can't be 7 anymore, or it would break the thermo. So that is a 6. So this is a 7. This is a 6. This is a 7. This is a 6. This is a 7. This is a 6. 7. That's a 7. It can't be 6 anymore. So that must be 6. Come on. It's getting quite exciting, isn't it? It does feel like we might crack this. I shouldn't have said that, but I do sort of feel that way. That's a 5. That's a 6. So 5 is in these. Well, we've got 5, 8, 9 to place. That's got to be a 5 or an 8 in the corner. And this column needs 7, 8, 9. That's not 8 because of this. 5, 7 and 9 in the row. 5, 7, 9. 5, 9. Oh, okay. But that 7 sees that. So that's 6. That's 7. And this column hasn't had 6 or 8 into it. So this is 5 or 7. It can't be 9. Right, and somehow, oh, this is, look, that 6 is lovely. So that's making that a 4, making this a 6, so this can't be 5 anymore. So that's 7, 9, this is 5, which must have a 4 on its thermo. That must go up to an 8, which means this is 5, therefore that's 7, this is 9, this is 7 now by Sudoku. The 6 and the 8 get resolved by this 6 here. 5 goes into the corner. This is 8. Yeah. Here we go. 9, 9, 8. Boom! What a puzzle that is. That is a sensational puzzle. Mind is blown, Sumanta. I pray that's correct. I mean, it felt logical. Yes. Oh. Well, it doesn't include the solution. Okay. It's been solved 8 times. Well, I think it was logical. I mean, it was very hard for me, but I think it was logical. I loved the idea of these sort of sequential jellyfishes. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I mean, if I have, it's years ago. I mean, what a puzzle that is. It is a brilliant, that is a total and utter brilliancy from Sumanta Mukerjee. Hail to a chief there. That is fantastic setting. Absolutely brilliant. Let me know in the comments how you got on with it. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.